Hey guys, and welcome. My name is Jenny and I am Coach Brightside, and I am excited to bring you this newest series all about my favorite organization hacks, my tips, my tricks, things that I do to organize different areas of my life to try to keep me a little bit sane. So today is all about the car. I think that the car is one of those things that we forget about because we're not in it all the time, and we don't think about it until we're in it, and then we think, oh, I need to do something about this, and then you get in the house and you forget about it, so you get back in the car, right? So I want to give you guys some of my favorite organization tips for my own vehicle. These are things that I do in my car that I've been doing for a while, and I hope that they are things that you say, oh, I'm going to try that too. I'm going to do that in my car. And hopefully I can get through this without a coughing spell. I've had a horrible fit every time I try to talk. So I wanted to commit to getting this video to you guys today because I told you it was coming. So let me sip some of my Joe. Hang on just a second. So my car, I don't have a proper trunk. I have an XB, which is a hatchback. So it's like an open compartment in the back. It's not too big, but it's not too small either. So I don't have much room in my car to hide things. So I have to be very meticulous about what I leave in my car overnight. Now, under the rear seat, under the back seat, there is a open slot. I guess it's like a magazine or a newspaper holder. It's just a small opening. But things can easily get lost in there, so I don't really use that. But something that I like to do, and also that cat is going crazy. Can you get her? The cat decided she wants to be free, so she's going to sit there and scream till we let her through. So anyway, I feel like whenever I'm driving, just recently we switched the kids around. Leilani wants me to tell you that she's sick and she's been throwing up today. She came over so I could tell you that. Let them see that you don't feel good. Not so pedestals. Okay, go lay back down, okay? Okay. Yeah, we're just all sorts of sick up in this house. So anyway, driving in my car, I feel like I have to be Inspector Gadget. Go, Gadget arms at all times. So when I'm driving, Leilani is now behind me and Makoa is to the passenger side. And in my car, I can reach both children at any given moment. It's easier for me to have him in the passenger side because I can stretch a little farther. Her arms are a little bit longer, so she's able to reach forward a little bit to try to reach me. But that's how I have my kids configured, the car seats configured. So when I'm driving, I try to keep everything that I need within arm's reach. That way I'm not easily distracted. My eyes don't have to leave the road. I can know that everything has a place and it's where it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to be there, when I need it. So my phone, first and foremost, I never hold it. I never am on my phone while I'm driving. That's just a major no-no. I don't think anybody should ever do that, no matter how confident you are with your phone. Don't play with your phone while you drive. So something that I do, I have a, and this is something that I actually use while I film at my front door. It's just a phone holder, and it's got a suction cup. And you push the little lever down and it squishes it to it, and you can pivot this around. And I'll leave the link for this for you too in the description. But you just stick your phone to it, and I stick it right under where my visor is. That way, like if I'm playing music through my Bluetooth, if I need to skip a song or something, like when I stop at a red light, I could just quickly glance up, push the button, and then move on with my life. But I don't think that we should ever take our eyes completely off the road to find our phones. If my phone happens to ring while I'm driving, I can at least see who it is. Just quickly at a glance. That's just my major disclaimer. I'm very much against playing on your phone while you drive. So off on a tangent, let's get back on course. Okay, so driving along, in arm's reach, I always have in the door, the cup holder of my door, it's like a cylindrical tube of Wet Ones wipes, because it never fails. I mean, how many of you, when you were brand new parents, you're like, I'm never going to let my kids eat in my car. They're just going to trash it and mess the whole thing up. Yeah, I said that too. And my car can be a hot mess sometimes. I think there's old crusted up barbecue sauce in the mats of my car right now because I don't even know why. Anyway, so down in the door, there's always wet ones in the door so that if Leilani is like, Mommy, my hands, I got something on my hands that's sticky, I can just reach under there, get her a wet wipe, and pass it back to her. So that's in my arm's reach. I've got my phone up on the dash or on the windshield. I've got my kids' mirror on my side, my rear view mirror, also not my rear view mirror, my, what's that thing you call, my sun visor, right next to my rear view mirror. And it's, I need a wider one. It's like really only meant for one kid, but I've got it perfectly angled right in the middle so I can see both of them, and I see it when I look up in my rear view mirror because I'm very uncomfortable at the thought of not being able to see my kids whenever I want. So I have it where I can see it. Then in my cup holders, I keep hand sanitizer. That is huge. Or as the Trump would say, it is huge. Okay, this is huge. Always keep hand sanitizer near you because you never know what you're going to touch. The grocery cart, the pump at the gas station, stuff's dirty. So you need to have your hand sanitizer ready. I also keep a little tiny personal travel size of some Smell Good because if I'm going somewhere out in public, I don't always look amazingly beautiful like this right now. Sometimes I do get all fancied up, but if I forget to put Smell Good on at the house, or if I want to freshen up, bam, I got my Smell Good right there. Then in the console, the center console, it's very small. I keep like my sunglasses and the kids' sunglasses in there too. I don't like them to be out on the dash because I'm afraid they'll get all scratched up when we're not using them. Like if they fall lens down and then you're going around the turns. Anyway, so that's like my general area right there. Then in the glove box, you should never have a glove box that's just spilling over with junk. Because first of all, if you ever get pulled over by a police officer and they ask for your license and registration, you should be able to find your registration quickly. It should be right there when you go to grab it. So always have that cleared out. But something that I do always have on hand is extra wads of napkins. If you go to fast food places or Wawa or Sheetz or 7-Eleven or wherever the case may be, grab some extra napkins. Get some straws and some plasticware too, because you never know when you're going to need it. You never know if you're going to go through a drive-through somewhere, which, yes, heaven forbid, I go through a drive-through. Okay, you guys, guilty. I go through drive-through sometimes. However, I haven't in 2 weeks. Pat on the back on that one. But it's nothing more annoying than going to reach in the bag for your straw and you don't have one. Well, go in your glove box and there you go. You've got an extra straw. Plus, you never know, like, if you bring snacks for the kids and they need a fork or a spoon or something like that. Is the gate up? Okay. The baby just snuck away. Had to make sure he wasn't disappearing down the steps. So registration right there where you can see it. Also your state inspection ticket, if your state requires that. Virginia does. I don't know if every state does, but you want to have that handy also. And then extra plasticware, napkins, because you got to be prepared. Okay. So moving around the car, in between both car seats, I keep a wicker basket, and in the wicker basket, there's a couple of little toys, nothing fancy, nothing to the point of if it were to get lost, the kids would be upset about it. Just little entertainment, keep them busy type of things. There's also little Bibles in there. My mother-in-law got them really cute Bibles, I think from Ollie's bargain outlet. I think one's a lion and one's an elephant. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a little small Bible. And so we keep those in the car in case they want to read or do something to keep themselves entertained. Basically, it's a busy basket. But on top of that, I keep spare blankets, like receiving blankets. When you have kids and you have your showers, you get an oversupply of blankets. I like the ones that are the really soft, furry type material on one side, and then like I don't even know what the material's called, but one's like really soft, furry, and the other side's like wool kind of. Anyway, keep blankets in your car at all times, and a lot of them, because you never know when you're going to need them. You never know if there's going to be like a blowout situation, and if you don't have a spare outfit, you need to be able to cover the child up. Also, as it's getting warmer, here, you want something to play with? Here, have some mousse. Also, as it's getting warmer, I like to, oh gosh, go to daddy. Go to daddy. I like to keep the windows down, but sometimes it gets a little chilly in the back on their legs, so they can put them on their legs. What else do I keep back there? I think that's it for that basket. But yeah, always keep spare toys in the car for them. They're always bringing toys with us whenever we go somewhere, and if they get left in the car, it's really easy to clean up the mess, put them in that basket under the blankets. And also having them there makes it easy for them to grab it and cover themselves up. So that's one less thing for you. So then going back to what do they call it? A boot? The boot? Is that what it's called? Going back to the boot of the car, like I said, there's no cover. I'm sure I could buy like an aftermarket shade, the kind that unrolls where I could like clip it into place, but I don't have that. Usually I have my double stroller. It's a sit and stand. I love that stroller, by the way. If you have a small child and a preschooler or an older child, I don't know what the weight limit is, but I will leave the description or the link for you guys so you can check it out for yourselves. It is amazing. A little hard to control, but it's perfect for what we use it for. But usually that takes up the bulk of my boot area. So I don't have much room for things back there. But what I will say is I always have reusable grocery bags in the back, because you never know, like if you're going to make a trip to BJ's or Sam's Club or something like that, and you just need to put things in the bag real quick. A lot of times also, like if I'm going to Walmart doing online grocery shopping, if there's a ton of bags that I've had, I will get the big reusable bags. It's like the oversized kind, and I'll like that hold like 30 pounds or whatever, and I'll put as many bags in there as I can, because I don't want to make multiple trips back and forth to the house, because it never fails whenever I go shopping with multiple bags. Both children are asleep and I have to make 2 trips to get them in, and I'm the meme of the guy that's carrying all the bags. Okay. So always have reusable bags. And another thing with the glove box, plastic bags in the front, because you always want to have something for trash. My gear shifter is a little bit up higher, like where I can reach it, and I will drape my bag off of that while it's light, so that way I can quickly throw trash in it. But as there's some weight to it, you don't want to keep it there, because it will mess up not the steering column, but the shifter, my bobber thingamajig. Then you don't want to do that, because then your husband will get really mad at you. But it'll work perfectly if you put the little loop in the glove box, open it, and then shut it, and it sits right there. And then you got a little trash bag. So in the back, reusable bags, because you never know when you're going to need them. Hold on, I need a sip. I feel a coughing fit coming on, so I got to speed things up. But also in the back, always keep like a sheet, like a sheet that you don't need anymore, or like a picnic blanket. Daniel went to a car show. Was that when you went to Ocean City? Oh, he went to this German car show meetup thing down in Georgia a few years ago. And one of the things that they gave out was like a picnic blanket. And I'm sure you can get these anywhere. I'll find one and I'll link it for you. But it's got like tarpish material on the bottom, but on the top it's like a flannel blanket, and it easily rolls up so that you can carry it with you. But you never know when you're going to find yourself in a situation where you want to sit on the grass somewhere, maybe picnic, or if you're going to go see some fireworks somewhere, or if you're going to go to the beach. So one of those blankets always comes in handy. Just shake it out when you're done, fold it back up, and tuck it up in the corner. So those are all of my tips, things that help me stay organized, because with 2 little ones, my car gets overwhelmed with stuff very easily. And I do have a husband that is a very fantastic car detailer. However, he doesn't always use my car as his guinea pig. He's listening right now, so I'm hoping he's like getting my hint that my car could use a wash. But I guess the cleanliness of the inside is kind of my responsibility. So there are my tips, my tricks for the inside of your car. For you new parents that are watching, I hope that these are tips that you take advantage of and you start adopting right away. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I am an open book. I will leave a link. Oh no, it's starting. I will leave a link to all of the products that I mentioned. Oh gosh, I really got to go. So that you can check these things out for yourself. And I appreciate you sticking around and watching, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next organization video. See you later, guys. Bye.